Every 4 years, the entire world literally holds its breath. The streets empty out, the stadiums absolutely roar, and the whole globe stops to watch a single glorious tournament, the FIFA World Cup. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tossing out the rumors and relying on hard form, squad depth, and rigorous tactical analysis to predict exactly who is going to lift football's ultimate prize in 2026.
So, who will actually win the 2026 World Cup? I mean, the stakes simply do not get any higher than this. This isn't just about a trophy, guys. It's about sporting immortality. To figure this out, we really need to look past all the media hype and focus on the cold, hard metrics of victory.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, Anatomy of a Champion. We're looking at the core metrics of victory.
Because here's the reality. Securing the World Cup takes way more than just relying on a single flashy superstar. History is literally littered with teams that had the best player in the world but still went home empty-handed. We're evaluating the contenders on 7 crucial factors. First up, squad depth. Can your bench actually change a game? Second, star players who can produce absolute magic when it counts. Third, team chemistry. Fourth, tactical flexibility to adapt to totally different opponents. Fifth, experience under extreme pressure. Sixth, a rock-solid defense. And finally, the ultimate wild card, fitness and injuries. You absolutely need all of these firing perfectly to survive a grueling month-long tournament.
It really boils down to this. Champions need a complete team, elite coaching, and the ability to perform under enormous pressure. Extreme pressure management is the ultimate differentiator at this level. You can have all the tactical discipline in the world, but if your squad crumbles when the lights are brightest, there is no way you survive the knockout stages. Keep that in the back of your mind as we evaluate the heavyweights.
All right, moving right into Section 2, the top 5 contenders. This is the ultimate countdown.
Coming in hot at number 5, we've got England. The Three Lions are always a massive talking point heading into any major tournament, and 2026 is definitely no exception.
They boast an insanely explosive young core and a remarkably strong attack. Plus, their mentality has noticeably improved. But let's be real. Historically, England struggles in the most decisive tournament moments. We're talking agonizing penalty shootouts or chaotic late-game management. Can this new generation finally overcome the heavy weight of history and execute when the pressure is at its absolute peak? That is the exact question keeping English fans awake at night.
Next up, sitting at number 4, Portugal. A nation that consistently produces some of the most beautiful, technical football on the planet. These guys feature an absolutely incredible midfield engine capable of completely dominating possession and dictating the tempo, backed by some really strong leadership. But defensive inconsistency threatens to be their undoing. In a tournament where literally a single lapse in concentration can send you packing, Portugal has got to tighten their backline if they want to translate all that midfield brilliance into a world title.
All right, we're entering the top 3 now with an absolute juggernaut, France. The 2018 champions and 2022 finalists remain a terrifying force on the world stage.
Honestly, their depth is almost unfair. Under Didier Deschamps, they boast world-class talent at nearly every single position, led by the totally explosive speed of Kylian Mbappé. They also have unmatched deep tournament experience. They know exactly how to navigate a World Cup. But their one major vulnerability? The looming shadow of injury concerns. Playing with such dynamic, high-impact speed is a physical tightrope walk. If their stars stay healthy, they are terrifyingly dangerous.
Just missing the top spot at number 2, we have the defending champs, Argentina. They're carrying the weight and the glory of that legendary 2022 run.
You know, they play like an absolute family out there. They possess unparalleled chemistry, a fiercely combative midfield, and a totally ruthless winning mentality. But the vulnerability here is impossible to ignore. An aging core and maybe a bit of a post-2022 hangover. Can these veterans survive the grueling physical toll of a modern, lightning-fast tournament? Experience is priceless, for sure, but tired legs in the 89th minute can be fatal.
And finally, taking the crown as our statistical and tactical favorite heading into 2026, Spain.
Spain absolutely tops our metrics through the suffocating, dominant possession. It's like a modern evolution of their classic tiki-taka style, but injected with the massive energy of brilliant young stars like Lamine Yamal and Pedri. They will comfortably dictate the pace against almost anyone. However, only one thing stands between them and global glory: finishing consistency. If they can ruthlessly convert all that immense possession into actual goals, they are undeniably the team to beat.
Okay, let's pivot to Section 3, the dark horses, the surprises in waiting. Because look,
The totally unpredictable nature of the World Cup practically guarantees a massive shock. The surprise teams nobody's talking about right now, you absolutely need to watch out for Morocco, Japan, and Colombia. These nations are armed with the tactical flexibility, fanatical support, and absolute fearlessness required to slay the giants and create those dramatic underdog moments that literally define the tournament. Do not underestimate them for a second.
Bringing it all together now in Section 4, the final probability matrix. This is our data-driven prediction.
So, we've taken all that form, the depth, the tactical analysis, and crunched the numbers into a hard takeaway. Based on current squad balance and tactical strength, Spain enters as the slight favorite with a 25% win probability. But France is breathing right down their necks at 22%, followed very closely by Argentina at 20%. Portugal claims 16%, and England holds 14%. The rest of the world, including those dangerous dark horses we just talked about, make up the remaining 3%. It is incredibly tight at the top, guys, and the margins separating these giants are razor thin.
But hey, before we go carving these numbers into stone, let's remember something absolutely crucial. One injury, one wild penalty shootout, or just one magical moment can change history forever. And honestly, that is the absolute beauty of football. No algorithm can fully predict human greatness. When the stadium lights are glaring and the pressure is at its absolute peak, the numbers fade away and it all comes down to who wants it more in that exact second.
We've given you the tactical metrics, the heavyweights, the underdogs, and the cold, hard probabilities. But the beauty of this sport is that it ultimately belongs to you, the fans. Looking at all the data we've explored today in this explainer, who is your champion for 2026? Thanks so much for joining me, and I honestly cannot wait to see how history unfolds.